I'm telling him about my dad.
Oh, yeah.
And also how I fell out of the two-story window.
Mm-hmm.
You had never heard that one.
Yeah, I've never heard that.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, I forgot what I was going to say.
Well, my great-grandpa losing his hearing in the war, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, which story is that time?
Well, he was on a ship and torpedo
What?
hit the ship,
Oh, yeah,
right? And he was read the last rite to the Catholic Church. What, twice was it? When he was in that
3 times.
3 times.
Yeah, because see, the Catholic Church, you know, they have,
Yeah.
Well, what they were doing was the way I understand it, they were taking army men over to France, and they were hit by a German submarine, and then the way he told me was they went to a certain. If that was happening,
Okay, I'm just
they were
leaving
supposed
that,
to go to a certain place
towel
where they could
with
shoot
the
back
bowl.
those old kind of big things. What do you call them?
Torpedo.
And that's apparently why he lost that hearing. Because from what I understand, because it was so, that's how he lost that. And then he also lost his lung and stuff like that. But they took him to France and he was in a Navy hospital for a good over 3 months or so.
Mm-hmm.
And he was put in the room where they expect you to die. He was about 24 then. And the priest came 3 times, but he didn't die. He had to have me later,
Yeah, that would be an awkward
Right.
conversation. Was it the same priest? Because that would have been like, wait a second, I remember you.
Maybe he did. My father had that kind of a. He could say that. You remember Grandpa very much that way?
Yes.
He could tell stories and what he did. I know what I was going to tell you because he couldn't hear very well. What he did was he wore a hearing instrument. Not at the beginning. They didn't even have him at the beginning. And when he was in college there in Wisconsin, when he played the typewriter, when you turn it, when you're going to turn it, goes ding. Well, he couldn't hear that. So he put a little tiny light in it, so he could see the light would go on. That was one thing he did. And then another thing he did, at home, he always was one to stay up late and read and that. But even if in the daytime, when the phone rang, he would have it off because it was a battery one, when he was living alone. And so he would turn it off. So what he did was when it rang, he had the phone would go this red thing. On and off,
like
on
a
and
red
off.
light?
You remember that?
Mhm,
On and
yes.
off.
Cool.
On and
Yes.
off, on and off, on and off. And he knew that the
So
phone
he was an
ringing.
inventor, basically.
Yes.
Yeah, he was.
That's cool.
And then there's one more. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay, one more. He did not, when he went to bed, he could not hear the alarm clock. So he fixed it somewhere. He showed it to Grandpa and I. Maybe Grandpa understood it, I didn't.
Well,
But
we
anyway,
can all
what
use
it
the
did
butter
was,
from our
he
butter
had
knives.
the bed shake, 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 until I woke him up.
Still need a little spoonful of cranberries.
Right.
awesome.
Well, he was a smart man, really.
Mm-hmm.
He was.
It's a
really.
good thing. Well, see, the best thing that I would come up with is, an ejector thing, so it just goes,
Yeah.
so you just fall out of bed. That'd wake you up.
But he showed us how it worked, but because I didn't understand it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Dad did. Yeah. But it just shook that bed like that.
I need to go get changed really.
Yeah.